Okay. Back. I'm gonna try to answer this question again because I tried to do this video last night, family. Y'all give me for the delay. I've been wanting to do it, but as I was doing it, I realized why it reminded me of why I'm writing the book again because I went 30 minutes without even really answering the question. I was just talking about myself and my journey, like, and I want to share my journey, but I don't want to try to squeeze it into no little 15-minute clip. So, like I say, and I don't want to be trying to act like I'm trying to sell shit, but I'm writing the book to help people. So, hopefully, my journey and the story will help and inspire other people. So, just be on the lookout for that. But I'll try to answer these questions as quickly as I can without rambling and shit, being so long-winded. But and it's really easy to answer, but it's a lot to go into it, and I want to talk about. But it's funny when I read it that it say, "Can you um, tell us what literature, doctor, or person that influenced you to live this positive lifestyle?" And it's one person, one name, it all three things. Like the literature of the Doctor Malachi Z. York. Like, and I know people don't want to hear me talking about him. Like, oh. And I'm sorry, y'all got a problem with that, but what I'm supposed to do? Lie? Like I can't lie about who the fuck the shit came from. And it's not like I met him or something and he touched me and changed my life. You know, it was just trickled down from the people who was in the organization that I ended up being around. Like, can't nobody tell me there was no coincidence, no accident that I ended up in the circle that I did at the point in time when I did. Like everything worked out just too perfectly. It was like I walked into this barber shop to get a haircut, saw this flag that I never seen before, met a person talking about some shit I never heard, ended up becoming a roommate by some weird circumstance because the other roommate who was a new Nubian was moving out, and he was the brother I ended up with my barber was supposed to move back to Edenton, and because he met me and we connected, he ended up staying and helped me out because I was trying to get the fuck out of my house, you know what I'm saying, get out of my situation and move out, and it all just worked out. And I ain't never been the same since. That was the beginning of my journey. I was still a poisonous animal eater though at this time, a Christian, but I always gravitated toward different type of people. Like even as a Christian, I still couldn't stop listening to the music that was contradicting my religion. Like people like KRS, Eggplant, Poor Righteous Teachers, Pop. There's a lot of people that, NWA, the shit I wasn't supposed to be listening to, the shit I love the most. And it was that shit kind of reflected on who I was on the outside. The brothers saw something in me that I didn't see in myself yet. The jewelry and shit that I wear, I was already wearing before I even really knew what the fuck it meant. It was just some kind of way it manifested itself in me. Like I was, my higher self was coming out, and hip hop had a lot to do with that. So I know I said Dr. York really brought me into consciousness, but I have to correct that because it was hip hop that really opened my third eye in the first place. I wouldn't have been able to connect with them brothers or relate to them on nothing, because that's the type of music they was listening to, the woo and all the positive conscious shit that was talking about something. And a lot of the shit them niggas was saying I didn't even understand, but I loved it. I just knew I loved it, and I ain't know why, but that was the shit I liked. And I didn't like that other shit. And even the shit that bothered me when they said it, I still couldn't stop listening to it. So hip hop saved my life, man. I'll say that. And that set me up for the Wapo. Even like, come on, man. If you fucked with African Bambaataa, then you was influenced by the Wapo, but that's who African Bambaataa fuck with. So, and a lot of brothers that y'all don't even be knowing or right be out there was out there on their land, soaking up that knowledge and putting it in their music. And y'all just weren't aware of that. But I wasn't either until I found these brothers and they put me on and turned me on to all these people. And I actually saw these people on the land, people like Music, Soul Child, Erica Badu, and numerous others. But anyway, that was the beginning of the journey, man. And first time I ever got sick around the brother, we was um after we became roommates, he gave me some echinacea and garlic. Now, by this time, I had already gave up all medication and synthetic drugs. Just I don't know why. I was like I said, I was still a Christian swine eater. Something in my head told me stop taking them drugs and shit and get a little cold or something. If it's gonna pass anyway, I figured that shit out. That shit was not healing me, so it's probably fucking me up. So I had enough sense to leave that shit alone before I even met them brothers. But so at that time when he gave me the echinacea and garlic, even though I didn't know what that shit was gonna do, I didn't know what echinacea was. I had never heard of that. And I couldn't understand how garlic was supposed to help me or heal me. I thought that was food or seasoning. I had never even seen nothing but garlic salt up until that point. I don't even think I had ever seen a real, well, I had probably seen it. I don't know, I never used it. I ain't never chopped or cut no, pressed no real garlic. So I took them pills because I wasn't taking nothing, so that was better than nothing, and I knew it was natural. So I took them, and that was the beginning of my journey. I had to go and find out what I was taking. I couldn't just be taking echinacea and not knowing what the shit was or why garlic is supposed to help me. So that led me on a journey of doing some research. And ain't no way you can be surrounded by people just constantly saying shit that makes sense and not be affected by it. So that's what happened. Like after a year of living with them niggas, they just kept beating me in the head with all that right knowledge. Like literally, like it was times when I would be sitting in there like uh, butterfly feeling, like, oh my God, am I going to hell? Are these niggas the devil? Like what the fuck is going on? What are they talking about, man? They talking about my Jesus? Like them niggas was saying some shit. But I'm talking, man. That shit was, it took me about a year or two. I know I say about a good year to really battle that shit out. It was times when I was like, man, I'm gonna go. I just gotta get away from it. So I'm not, I can't be listening to this. Like, this is what the church had been warning me about. You know what I'm saying? So, something in me stayed. The same thing that made me gravitate to the X-Clan type of music made me stay in that house, man. And that's what happened.